Imagine a world where a single man's wealth could rival entire countries. Meet John D. Rockefeller, the world's very first billionaire and arguably one of the most influential men in history. Born in 1839, he grew up in a time when the average person had barely heard of oil, much less realized its potential. But Rockefeller had a vision, and that vision would forever change the landscape of wealth and industry. But how did Rockefeller go from a modest background to controlling 90% of the oil industry? What lessons can we learn from his meteoric rise? And was his success truly an inspiring tale, or one of ruthless monopoly? John Davison Rockefeller was born in Richford, New York, into a family that was far from wealthy. In fact, his father was a traveling salesman with a reputation that was, let's say, less than respectable. John, however, had one key advantage: an incredible work ethic and an interest in numbers. He took his first job at 16 as an assistant bookkeeper. Imagine working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, managing finances. But John wasn't complaining. He loved it. This job taught him the importance of frugality, discipline, and of course, calculating profit and loss. By his early 20s, Rockefeller had saved enough money to partner in a business venture selling grain, hay, and other goods. But it wasn't until he discovered the oil business that his true potential began to unfold. In 1863, Rockefeller made his first investment in a Cleveland oil refinery. At this time, oil was in high demand, but refining was messy and inefficient. Seeing an opportunity, Rockefeller quickly took control of the refinery and began applying a strategy that was nearly unheard of: total efficiency. He founded Standard Oil in 1870, which would soon become one of the most powerful companies in the world. Rockefeller didn't just want a piece of the pie, he wanted the whole thing. His strategy was groundbreaking and ruthless. He negotiated with railroads to reduce transportation costs, bought out competitors, and reinvested profits to scale up even more. At the height of its power, Standard Oil controlled about 90% of the U.S. oil refining industry. This level of control led to Rockefeller being labeled a monopolist and sparked significant debate. Was he just a savvy businessman, or did he go too far? Rockefeller's success wasn't solely due to his strategic mind, it was also his philosophy. He once said, "The ability to deal with people is as purchasable a commodity as sugar or coffee." Rockefeller understood the value of relationships, both with business partners and competitors. His motto, "Competition is a sin." He saw competition as inefficient and believed that consolidating under one strong company benefited everyone, especially himself. Rockefeller also had an intense focus on controlling costs, famously saying, "I would rather earn 1% off 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own." This philosophy of efficiency, reinvestment, and strategic alliances laid the groundwork for what we now consider modern corporate strategy. But success came at a cost. By the early 1900s, Rockefeller's empire was too large and too powerful for the government to ignore. In 1911, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that Standard Oil was a monopoly and ordered it to be broken up into 34 different companies. Although Standard Oil was dismantled, Rockefeller's wealth didn't vanish, it multiplied. The companies that emerged from Standard Oil went on to become industry giants in their own right, and so did his fortune. By the time of his death in 1937, Rockefeller's net worth was around $1.4 billion, an amount so large that, adjusted for inflation, he is still considered one of the richest men in history. But Rockefeller wasn't just about accumulating wealth. In his later years, he became one of the world's greatest philanthropists. He established the University of Chicago, Rockefeller University, and even funded medical research that contributed to the eradication of diseases like yellow fever. Rockefeller believed that the good Lord gave me my money, and he took his philanthropy seriously, giving away over $500 million during his lifetime. The Rockefeller Foundation still stands as a testament to his impact, funding initiatives in education, science, and public health. So was Rockefeller a ruthless monopolist or a visionary philanthropist? His life offers lessons in business acumen, strategy, and the balance of power and responsibility. His influence can still be felt in corporate America today. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the life of John D. Rockefeller, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insights into the lives of the world's wealthiest figures. Let us know in the comments, do you think Rockefeller was a hero or a villain in the story of American capitalism?